From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
We are right now trying to stabilize the market. And I think that's our job, is to preserve the insurance market so that our constituents, our friends, our neighbors can find coverage. What's happening?
State lawmakers search for answers to homeowners insurance getting harder to find and harder to afford. That's our top story. I'm Anna Bernstein. WUFT reporters are in Tallahassee this week to see what solutions lawmakers come up with. Today we're hearing this will just be the next step, with more to come later. WUFT's Valeria Ortega has more.
I'm Valeria Ortega with WUFT News Capital Coverage. 8 Florida insurance companies declared bankruptcy in 2021. 3 of the insurance companies declared it in the last 3 months. This bankruptcy led to uninsured homeowners across the state, and senators want to provide relief. Hurricane season is expected to start next week. It could cost the state of Florida a substantial amount of money if a powerful hurricane hits, and even more Florida homeowners are insured under the state-funded plan known as Citizens. Democrat Senator Linda Stewart announced her biggest concern is that the impact of this season will not be immediate.
That's going to take some time, and it's going to take some more work, and we're going to have to deal with that in regular session.
Stewart says funds were allocated for the Florida Hurricane Catastrophe Fund.
We put $2 billion in there for reinsurance, and that's going to help, but it's only good for a year, so we're going to have to look at that again and see how we can try to drive those rates down.
There is plenty more to share regarding this special session and what lawmakers ultimately decide. We will continue to update you as soon as information is available. Reporting from the Capitol, Valeria Ortega with WUFT News.
Overnight storms overwhelmed Miami downtown streets in recent days. The National Weather Service announced a flood advisory on Friday. You can see how tough it was to drive through the streets. Fortunately, conditions improved over the weekend. Some places saw more than 4 inches of rain. Monkeypox is making news as the unusual disease spreads to more countries. We get more in this medical report with Ariana Psarakos.
Florida could have its first case of monkeypox. I'm Ariana Psarakos with today's top health story as we look under the microscope. The Florida Department of Health in Broward County is investigating a possible case related to international travel. The patient remains in isolation while the health officials notify others who may have been exposed. Health experts say the exposure risk is low because human-to-human transmission usually requires prolonged face-to-face contact. The World Health Organization has confirmed 92 cases across 12 countries. Today, Belgium became the first country to introduce a mandatory 21-day quarantine for any patients. Ariana Psarakos, WUFT News.
The first Operation Fly Formula aircraft touched down in Indianapolis Sunday, carrying over 70,000 pounds of hypoallergenic formula. NBC's Jolene Kent has the details from Indianapolis International Airport.
It was a C-17 military aircraft that landed here at Indianapolis Airport yesterday. It was carrying hypoallergenic formula for babies with cow's milk allergies. Nestle, the company that makes the formula, it says that some of it is ready to be deployed within a couple of days. The rest of it still needs to be tested and then sent out over the next couple of weeks. The question here, though, is when is more formula on the way, because this current batch that we received yesterday only serves 9,000 babies and 8,000 toddlers for the span of 1 week. The White House says there is another plane on the way coming to Dulles Airport in Northern Virginia on Wednesday, and that formula will be trucked up to Pennsylvania and then distributed from there. But that is also hypoallergenic formula, which is good news for the babies who have those issues, but also other parents wondering where the other formula is. So the White House has responded saying that they've received the first 2 orders for expedited ingredients and supplies under the Defense Production Act. And the idea is the 2 large manufacturers that have placed those orders that are now approved will be able to speed up their production here in the U.S. to get more formula on the shelves. But the timing on that is still very much in progress. There is no exact date as to when that formula will appear in a store near you.
As we like to say, your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org. But that's our time for now on Facebook. Have a good night.